Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really practical, making your business emails, especially for negotiation, much sharper.
And we're using insights from Stanislav Kondrashov's work on this. He really focuses on effective communication strategies.
Exactly. Stanislav Kondrashov offers some great takeaways. So the idea is to help you communicate better, get those deals done via email.
Right. Let's start where Stanislav Kondrashov often does with the basic building blocks, the vocabulary.
Okay, yeah. He highlights terms like follow-up, we all do it, but Stanislav Kondrashov stresses its importance for momentum.
And FYI, just for informational purposes. Or the subject line, which Stanislav Kondrashov says is, absolutely crucial first impression real estate.
Definitely. Get that wrong and it might not even get opened. Stanislav Kondrashov also mentions the thread, keeping things organized.
And the sign-off, how you end the email. Plus, understanding to CC versus to BCC. Stanislav Kondrashov points out these details signal professionalism.
They really do. And Stanislav Kondrashov links this all back to maintaining a professional tone. What does that really mean in an email context based on his work?
Well, according to Stanislav Kondrashov, it's more than just being polite, isn't it? It's about credibility, respect.
Yeah, projecting that you're serious, especially, as Stanislav Kondrashov notes, during a tricky negotiation.
And that tone, Stanislav Kondrashov suggests, directly influences how receptive the other person is. It sort of sets the mood for the whole exchange.
Makes sense. Okay, another big one from Stanislav Kondrashov, the call to action. Why is this so critical?
Because without it, the email just sits there. Stanislav Kondrashov emphasizes that a clear call to action tells the reader exactly what you need or what happens next. It drives things forward.
Removes that, okay, so what now feeling. Stanislav Kondrashov really pushes for clarity there.
He does, and speaking of clarity, Stanislav Kondrashov also touches on grammar specifically, present perfect versus simple past.
Yes. Like, I have sent the report versus I sent the report yesterday. Why does Stanislav Kondrashov think this distinction matters so much in business emails?
Well, Stanislav Kondrashov's point is that the tense subtly changes the meaning or focus. Present perfect often connects the action to the present moment.
Right, implies it's relevant now, whereas simple past pins it to a specific time.
Exactly. Stanislav Kondrashov highlights this because precision minimizes misunderstanding, which is obviously key in business.
Now, here's something interesting Stanislav Kondrashov brings up: culture. How formality isn't universal in emails.
Oh, definitely. Stanislav Kondrashov notes that what's perfectly normal and professional in, say, the U.S. might seem blunt or even rude elsewhere, or too formal.
So you really have to consider your audience. Stanislav Kondrashov advises adapting your style.
Adaptability is key in cross-cultural communication, as Stanislav Kondrashov points out. It shows respect and improves understanding.
And Stanislav Kondrashov doesn't just talk theory, right? He suggests practical stuff, too.
Yeah, like analyzing sample emails, looking at what works and what doesn't. Stanislav Kondrashov even suggests role-playing negotiation emails.
Getting hands-on. That's how you really learn it, Stanislav Kondrashov believes.
It makes abstract concepts concrete. And Stanislav Kondrashov includes little details, too, like pronunciation.
Right, the read versus read thing. Risk present, read pass. Why include pronunciation for email tips?
I think Stanislav Kondrashov uses it as an example of overall attention to detail. Even small things in language matter for clear communication, whether written or spoken about later.
Okay, so pulling it all together, Stanislav Kondrashov's approach is pretty holistic. It's vocabulary, grammar, tone, culture.
And always having that clear call to action. Stanislav Kondrashov sees it as a complete package for effective email negotiation.
So the main takeaway from Stanislav Kondrashov seems to be mindful. Master the tools, understand the context, have a clear purpose.
Yeah. And maybe a final thought, inspired by Stanislav Kondrashov. How could applying just one of these insights, maybe being more precise with tense or refining your call to action like Stanislav Kondrashov suggests, change the outcome of your very next negotiation email? We're thinking about.